Hi, my name is Brigitte Pajares, and this is my politics of location. I'm going to be focusing on my upbringing as a first-generation Peruvian American and how it's affected my personality. So, I was born in White Plains, New York, a small city suburb 40 minutes away from New York City. We have a pretty big Latino community and lots of Peruvians. I stayed in this house, the second floor. We had one bedroom and one living room. So one really great thing about White Plains is that there's so many Peruvian restaurants where we can get our pollo a la brasa or lomo saltado, which I highly recommend. Though I do love homemade food more than anything, is really comforting, and I feel like that's a way my mom shows her love. Being the eldest daughter in an immigrant family has really impacted my identity as a person because I'm always a type of caregiver and a little more responsible than my friends. I've just always been since a young age. When my mom and dad got divorced, I felt like I had to step up to be like a parent because it would just help my mom's life become easier. My younger sisters, Brittany and Gracie, sometimes even joke around that I act like a parent, especially when I tell them to go do their homework or that it's too late and they need to go to bed. In Peru, I know that at a very young age, kids are expected to be very independent and responsible for themselves. So that's why I feel like my parents have always pressured me to be an example older sister. Not that many kids in my school had younger siblings they were expected to take care of at such a young age. Usually their families hired nannies or babysitters, while my family relied mostly on each other for help. Private school really showed me just how different I was from my classmates. My mom would work long, hard shifts taxi driving in White Plains to afford my tuition. We lived in an apartment and I didn't even have my own room, so I never invited anyone over until I got to high school. Most of my classmates lived in nice houses, had their own room, their parents were still together, and worked office jobs. I just felt like it was a world that I was so far from. I remember one time I went to go visit my friend's house, and it blew my mind away that her refrigerator had a touch screen and could display family photos on it. I couldn't imagine how much her parents had to pay for it. And that's just not something my family would spend money on. It always has to be an essential or a necessity. I think that comes from their scarcity mindset from living so many years in Peru where they had so little. I was able to visit my dad's hometown last year, which was the first time I've been in Peru since 2009. It's been 14 years. It was just so eye-opening to see what my life could have been like if my parents had never decided to move to New York and start a new life there. They took a big risk just so me and my sisters could have a better life and more opportunity. So I don't care if my family life isn't exactly the ideal American image. All my experiences have shaped me to who I am today and make me want to be the best version of myself. Kamala was in fact right about how we exist in the context of all that we've lived and all that came before us. Thank you for listening.